Hello,
Teacher.
hello, Joseph. Good morning.
Hello, teacher. Good morning.
Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Okay. So it's been so long. So how are you today?
I'm feeling so.
Okay. So it's been so long. So we will just going to continue our class. And for today's class, you will be having a reading class. So let me share my screen now to you. And your book would be Master One Wonderful World. Do you have your book?
Yes.
Okay. So let's try to have a quick review about the reading that you have um with another teacher. Okay. So the reading that you
Mm,
discussed with another teacher is all about Amelia Earhart. So
Yes.
the mhm. So do you still remember the story about her?
yes.
Yes, okay. So we will just going to have a quick review about this. Okay. So as you can see here, Earhart. So Emilia Earhart is a lady who travel travel using an airplane, and she is also the first female or woman to travel around the world using an airplane. So before, Amelia was 10 when she saw her first plane, and she'd think that it was very exciting. She said it was a thing of rusty wire and wood and looked not all interesting at all. So before, when she was 10 years old, she didn't like airplane because for her it is a thing of rusting wire and wood that is look not interesting at all. But about 10 years later, however, she took her first plane ride as a passenger, flying over Los Angeles for 10 minutes, and at that moment, she realized that she wanted to learn how to fly. So Amelia was a pilot at that time. So when many women didn't work and most of the people had never been in a plane, she is a pilot back then. When she is 35 years old, she had already broken one world record. That's why she became the first woman to fly alone across the Atlantic Ocean. Emily had even bigger dreams. That's why she decided to fly around the world. So in June 1937, she began her flight from Miami to Florida with her navigator. So who is Amelia's navigator? Joshua. Who is Amelia's navigator?
Brother Newton.
Yes, he is Fred Noonan. So after they had flown across the US, they went to Brazil. And they also continued their journey across Africa, Asia, and Australia. And on June 2, they took off from New Guinea and headed for Holland Island. But unfortunately, their plane never arrived in Holland Island. That's why the people searched for Earthheart and Noonan for weeks, but they didn't find them. They went missing until now. There are several theories about what happened to them. Some think Fred and Amelia got lost, ran out of fuel, and crashed into the sea. Others think they landed on another island and got stuck there. But some people even think that Amelia had been working as a spy and was captured. But one thing is certain, Amelia Earhart will always be a legend. Okay. Why do you think? Why Amelia was a legend?
Because She is the first woman to fly in the plane.
Very good. Good job. That's the one. So before we have the activity, do you have any more questions about it?
No.
No questions. So let's try to move on now with the last one that you had here. You are now on this part, right?
Yes.
Yes. So here is the reading skill where we need to fill in the blanks and number the sentences order. So first, let's try to answer 1 to 6 first. Let's try to fill in the blanks. Okay, let's start with 1. She is what? Can you complete the sentence?
She um she took her first plane ride. Her first plane ride as a passenger and wanted to be a pilot. From
I
US, they flew to Brazil and continued their journey across Africa, Asia, and Australia. Despite that, um,
So you are now in number 2. Despite blank, Amelia Earhart is a legend.
yes,
Yeah, so what is the missing phrases here?
um, despite the mystery of her last flight, Emilia Earhart is a legend.
Okay, very good. So how about number 3?
She can I reach a short, pencil sharpener.
Okay, all good?
Yes.
Okay, so how about number 3?
She, yes. She then wanted to fly around the world and began her flight with navigation.
Okay, with her navigator.
She saw a plane and found it an interesting thing of rusty wire and wood. She became the first woman to fly along the Pacific Atlantic Ocean and set a world record.
Very good. Last one.
Yes. She and Fred were expected to land on Poland Island, but
Okay.
they disappeared.
Okay, thank you. So here we are all then completing the sentences. So it means that we need to number the sentences in order, or we need to have the sequencing of the things that happened on this one. So as you can see, you already have number 1. So number 1 is she saw a plane and found it an interesting thing of rusty wire and a wood. So what do you think is the second sentence?
Second sentence, is she took her first plane ride as a passenger and wanted to be a pilot.
Okay.
She then wanted to fly around the world and began her flight with her navigator Fred.
After that,
Yes,
before that, before she wanted to fly the world, first she became the first woman to fly alone
uh,
because she first crossed the Atlantic Ocean
uh,
before decided to travel the world. Okay?
okay,
Okay. That
okay.
was, what should be number 4?
She then wanted to fly around the world and began her flight with her navigator Fred.
Mhm.
From US, they flew to Brazil and continued their journey across Africa, Asia, and Australia.
Okay.
She and Fred were expected to land on Holland Island, but they disappeared.
And the last one?
Despite the mystery of her last flight, Emma Earhart is a legend.
Okay. So he is a legend, despite of the mystery that happened to her and her navigator. Very good. So all done with this. So do you have answers on your book? Are you done answering on your book? Yeah.
Um, what?
Are you done
What?
answering on your book?
Yes,
Yes. So do you have any more
yes,
questions about it?
no,
No questions. So let's try to move in now with the next one, which is the summary of the passage. So here in the summary, you need to complete using the words here. So there are
yes,
scrambled words and you need to unscramble it to have the correct sentences. Okay, you can start
yes.
now.
Emma, yes. To be the first woman to, Emma had a dream to be the first woman to fly around the world.
Okay, very good.
In June 1937, she started her flight from Florida. Miami, Florida. From New Guinea was her last flight. She was supposed to land on Holland Island, but she never arrived. People searched, searched, people searched her, but couldn't find.
Okay, people search but couldn't find her. Okay, next one.
Okay, some people thought she got lost, ran out of fuel, or got captured. There are several theories theories what happened, but nobody knew
Mm-hmm. Are you sure?
what theories.
Okay, so there were several theories, but
Nobody knew what um I don't know.
nobody knew what happened. Okay, there are several theories about them, but nobody knew what happened. However, number 5.
Wait.
Okay, you can take your time.
However, he always she will always be a legend.
Okay, she will always, very good, be a legend. Okay, are you done?
Yes.
Can I hear your answer again in number 2?
What?
Can I hear your
Okay.
answer again in number
From
2?
New Guinea.
Okay.
From New Guinea was her last flight.
Okay, very good. From New Guinea was her last flight. Very good. So we are all then having the summary. So do you have any more questions about it? Do you have any
No.
questions? Okay. If you don't have any questions, we will be having now the next topic. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So the next topic would be Unit 12, that is all about Anansi the spider. So on this one, we will first be having the words here. So as you can see, Joseph, you will be having 10 words. So what is the first word?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Next.
Loud as.
Very good. Next one.
Love.
Next.
Jealous.
Jealous.
Hide.
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 Succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Back. Easily.
And
Collect.
okay, so those are the words that you are going to use to answer the definitions of the words. So now you have 10 choices, so you can choose on those words. So let's start with the first meaning. Okay, let's start with number 1.
Okay. The part of the body that is opposite to the stomach and chest. Back.
Yes, it's your back. Because as you can see, your stomach and your chest are in front of you, while your back is in your back. Okay? Okay, next
With,
number.
okay. With no difficulty or effort. Easily.
Yeah, it's easily.
The things that happen to someone by chance. Luck.
It's long.
The achieving of the results what or hope for.
The achieving of the results.
Succeed.
Okay, what is it?
Success.
Yeah, success.
The ability to make good decisions and give out advice. Wisdom.
Yeah, it's wisdom. Very good.
To attach two things together from string, rope, tie.
Okay, tie.
To put something in a place where it cannot be seen or found. Hide. Hide,
Yes.
yes. To get things from different places and bring them together. Collect.
Collect. Very good.
To think or say something someone is foolish. Laugh at. Laugh at.
Yes.
Okay. Jealous. Feeling unhappy or angry because you want someone that someone has.
Okay, very good. So you all won and you are all have the correct answers here. So as you can see, with no difficult or effort means easily. So for you, Joseph, what is the easiest subject for you?
Um,
What is the easiest subject in school for you?
mm, English.
English, wow. How about what is the hardest?
Right? Language.
Oh, language.
Yeah.
Mhm. Language. So English. English is a study where you study about language also, and also some different structure or sentences in English, and also some theories. Okay, so when it comes to this, feeling unhappy or angry because you want something that someone has. So how about you, Joseph? Have you ever felt jealous to someone?
Mm, no.
No, wow, that's great. Because being jealous is not a good attitude, okay? Because you need to be contented.
I I do not jealous, but someone jealous.
Oh, someone is jealous to you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what did you do about it?
Um. I asked about what what he want, but he never answered.
Oh, okay. So you doesn't have any problem at all. Instead,
Yes.
he has a problem about it because he is jealous to you. And you're rich and you reach that person, right? And ask
Yeah.
him or her. Okay, that's a good one. Because if someone is jealous to you, you need to confront him or her. You need to ask, what is the problem? So that you will not going to have a misunderstanding. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
So do you have any more questions about the words and definitions here?
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
No.
No questions. Okay, all clear. So we will be having now the next activity where you need to choose the best answer. And let's start with one again.
And try to repair his computer, but without and try to his computer, but without success.
Okay.
Success.
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 Very good.
Success.
Okay, how about number two?
Martin is jealous. Martin is jealous of his brother's new smartphone.
Okay,
Jealous. E.
okay, jealous. Three.
Yes. Jenny Jenny knew that the girls often hi- hid behind her back.
What is your answer?
Hide. Hid.
Hid. Oh, so hid is the past tense of hide. So Ginny knew that the girls often hid her behind her back. Hid her.
Laugh at.
Okay.
Laugh at.
Laugh at her behind her back. Meaning those girls are talking and laughing behind Jenny's back. Very good. Let's start with number 4.
My team won the soccer game easily by 5-1.
Very good. Okay, so you all get the correct answers here. So let's try to move in now with the story about Anansi the spider. Okay, let's start with the first paragraph.
Anansi the spider. Anansi the spider knew that he was very clever, but he also knew he wasn't wise. He didn't like this, but he did not know what to do. One day he had an idea. He went around the village with a basket and asked each person to give him some of their wisdom. The people laughed at Anansi because they knew that all of the creatures he needs wisdom the most. So each person put a bit in his basket and wished him good luck with his search.
Okay, very
Since
good.
his basket was okay.
First paragraph only. So here there is Anansi the spider. So Anansi was very clever. Oh, she was very smart. But on the other hand, he wasn't wise. What do you mean by he wasn't wise?
I don't know.
Okay, so as you can see, he was very clever. He was smart, but he wasn't wise, or he cannot decide what is good and bad to him. He is not wise of
Yes.
about the things. That's why, and he didn't like the things about it. That's why one day he had an idea. He went around the village with a basket and asked each person to give him some of their wisdom because he doesn't have any wisdom, even though he is smart or clever. So some of the other creatures laughed at Anansi because they knew that all of the creatures he needed wisdom the most because he doesn't have any wisdom at all. So how about the next one?
Then his basket was full, but Anansi was worried that someone might be jealous of his wisdom and take it from him. He decided to hide it at the top of jealous of his wisdom and take it from him. He decided He decided to hide it at the top of a tall tree. Once he had tied the basket to the front part of his body. He tried to climb the tree, but it was so difficult. He tried again and again without succeed. Then his youngest son walked by. "What are you doing, father?" he asked, and Nancy told him. "Why don't you carry the basket on your back instead?" his son said. And Nancy put the basket back on his back and climbed the tree easily. But he wasn't happy. "I walked all over the village and collect so much wisdom that I am the wisest creature ever. But my baby son is still wiser than me. Take back your wisdom," he said, and he threw the basket into the air and went home. With that, wisdom was spread all over the world.
Okay, so this one is a great story. So as you can see here, again, Anansi doesn't have any wisdom, or he wasn't wise. That's why he asked for some creature to give to give him a wisdom. So after that, his spoon was full, but Anansi was worried that someone might be jealous of his wisdom and take it from him. That's why he decided, okay, wait for a moment. He decided to hide the basket in at the top of the tree. And once he had tied the basket in front of his body, and then he tried to climb the tree, and it was too difficult, okay, because he was a spider. And when he tied the basket in front of him, it's too difficult to him. That's why his youngest son decided or said that, why don't you carry the basket on your back instead? Because if the spider will carry the basket on his back, it would be very easy because he has a lot of space on his back, right? Do you imagine?
No.
Can you imagine the spider carrying a basket in front of him? It's too difficult. No? Okay. So that's why in the end, Anansi put the basket on his back and climbed the tree easily. But he wasn't happy because for him, um, his son, because for him, he thought that he is the wisest creature ever. But his baby son is still wiser than him because his son has a great idea about the basket than he is. So Alban, do you have any more questions?
No.
No questions. So let's start with this one now. So here is the reading comprehension. Let's start with the first question.
What is the best passage mainly about? Anansi effort to hide his wisdom and plan to collect wisdom.
Okay, so in the story that you read, he has this plan, and his plan is to collect wisdom in every creature on near his place. But it is not all about the passage. Try to choose the best one.
Anansi the Anansi and the wisest creature.
Isn't Nancy wise?
Anansi effort to hide his wisdom.
Letter A. Anansi and the spreading of wisdom. Because in the end of the story, he wasn't happy about what he did. Because for him, his son is even wiser than him. That's why he decided to throw the piece of paper or the wisdoms from the creature, right? From every creature. That's why all of those wisdom from the basket is spread all over the world. Okay?
Okay.
Now, how about number 2?
Why did Anansi begin to collect wisdom? He wanted to be a clever spider. He didn't like that he wasn't wise.
Yes, because he was clever, but he wasn't wise. That's why he collect wisdom, because he didn't like it. How about number 3?
Which is not true about Anansi. C.
You
He
became a
became a
what?
wise spider thanks to the collected wise wisdom.
Okay, very good. Good job. That's the answer. It's not true about him.
Mm.
How about number
Yes.
4?
What atmosphere is created in the passage? Light humor?
Very good. Light humor. Okay. And number 5?
What does it in line 8 refer to? Mm, C. His wisdom.
Okay, let me see. So here is line 8. So soon his basket was full, but Anansi was worried that someone might be jealous of his wisdom and take it from him. Okay, so your word or your answer is the word wisdom. Very good. Because he is afraid that someone or some creature might steal his wisdom. So how about number 2? Answer the question. First question. So what did Anansi
Where,
get?
where did Anansi get his wisdom from? He got it from the people in, wait, can I, yeah, but in, in a village.
Okay, people in the village. Very good. So now let's try to have the next one. Oh, wait for a moment. It's not this one. What did Anansi son tell to Anansi to do?
What did Anansi son tell Anansi to do? He told Anansi to carry the basket, get on his back, to climb the tree.
Okay, very good.
Um, what happened to wisdom at the end of the story? It it spread
Okay, it's spread to whom?
to all.
To all. Very good. So now we are all done with this one. So Joseph, we will just going to continue this one on our next class. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so thank you for your time and thank you again. So it's nice to see you. Goodbye. Bye bye. Thank you.